God, they're good. Alright, they got some good rolls now.
So, in 4 years, they should be able to get this.
Alright, good. I've won this war.
Good job. You took any
Their army
promise?
just got routed.
I'm gonna keep checking constantly, Ming, to see if it gets bigger in military or not.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that Ming explosion. I'm really hoping for a Ming explosion, because now they have 45,000 troops. I can definitely not take them now.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I
now.
have in an Iron Man game once as Japan with 35,000 troops taken down Ming with like when they had 58,000, but that was kind of a fluke, and it made me go 2,000 ducats into debt, so that was not that fun. By the way, that war, I never told you about that campaign really, but that was one of the most insane wars ever. It lasted for like 16 years, and in the end of it, I finally managed to conquer Beijing and Maizhou, and then turn them into vassals because, like, due to war exhaustion and separatism and them having high base tax, they had like 30-ish unrest, so I had to turn them into vassals, and then I tried to go to war with China again, failed, went on for 10 years, and then I just quit.
Well, did the historians call that 16-year wars the 16 years war? Honestly, that.
Guilds. I would like some contribution. Good boys. Right, well, I got these forts blockaded. Just sieging both their forts. I kind of want to take like this northern part of their nation. Yeah, their war exhaustion's already low. I really hate the fort system. Like, I feel like out of all the things I've ever added to the game, the fort system is definitely the worst.
Honestly, never been a fan about the estates.
You know, like, the two most recent expansions, I wasn't really that much of a fan of. Like,
I mean,
some good things in Common Sense, but a lot of bad too. Like, the fort system is just completely broken and confusing.
I mean, for me, the forts, I really understand. Just watching probably one of the videos, I was like, oh yeah, so forts cover area. They basically can siege back the provinces. Okay, yeah, that's really good for me. So I don't have to spend a lot of money on the forts. And then basically I can just plop down some forts and see the enemy rage for days, trying to get that fort sieged. While I send my Death Stack army on them.
Yeah,
Death Stack.
Just, like, things that forts do are just kind of annoying. And if you've ever watched Shenrue's campaign, talking to you, Victor, like, if you ever watched Shenrue's campaign as the Oirat, if you don't have any... Well, actually, it wasn't the Oirat. I don't remember.
That was like the... No, Golden Horde.
Ah, Golden Horde, yeah. If you don't have any forts at all, the AI gets so confused. So it's actually, like, if you have a giant nation, it's smarter to have no forts, because then all the AI will just go to your capital and avoid everything else.
And then you can set a Death Stack army there, just like saying hi to it when it reaches the province, like, hi, I'm gonna kill you. Please step right in.
Like, the thing is, like, put your fort in a grasslands province with not a lot of river crossings. The AI will be drawn to it like moths to a flame, and then you just rush it with your biggest army and destroy it.
You see, that's like, you know, when I view the estates, I view them more limiting than basically helping. Like, yeah, they provide nice bonuses, but once I get that loyalty too dipped, with all the negative events, just pretty much all negative events, it basically becomes harmful for your nation to even have them around.
Yeah.
I mean, the loyalty is nice and all,
like,
but...
when you have a big enough nation, like, in my Ottoman... Last time I played the Ottomans, I had no problem with the estates. I just occasionally gave them land. Like, I would give the clergy or whatever it's called for Islamic nations. I would give any new land that had a different religion to the clergy, any new land that was my religion I'd give to the nobility, and any land that had decent base stacks I would give to the merchant guilds, and that just kind of made them all happy, and I still had quite a giant army.
You see, this is not really good for small nations, like particularly mine or the Macau Empire, which I'm thinking you're probably having like just a few nobility things under your belt to take care of. I mean, early game is just gonna keep harassing you like, hey, we're just gonna drop loyalty. Don't mind us. And I'm just sitting here like,
Freaking Lanjang wants a bunch of land, and I'm just not going to give any of it to them. They don't deserve it.
you know, there should be like an option for the estates. Like, you could just purely just cleanse them out of your empire or nation. Just like, hey, do you want to cleanse all the nobility? Have fun dealing with the rebels for at least 2 months.
Also,
And then basically,
system, by the way, the new system for like wanting thing, like how nations want things, I find it completely horrible and broken. Because like, just like, look at what Ming wants. They want all of like Mongolia and me.
I mean, this was before, you know, even before like Kazakhs or like basically this modern update. You know, like they just basically had this big diplomatic modifier, like they want this, this, and that. This is before even Kazakhs or Common Sense.
Yeah.
But it's now Kazakhs that they pretty much highlight what they want. It's basically Kazakhs basically just gave you a brush and say, and they just you gave them the brush to color your map. Like, okay, so they want this, they don't want this, they don't care about this, and they really will kill you for this. Yeah, it's basically just brush, just showing you like, yeah, they want this and that.
And dude, in my Ottoman Empire campaign, I'd see like a one province miner say that they desired the whole Ottoman Empire as vital interest for their nation. And I was just like, not really. You're never going to be able to do that unless I just give you all the land, so no.
Were they the Byzantine Empire?
No, it was just like some random African power. Like, it wasn't even a power, it was one province minor.
Damn, that would have been a coincidence if it was just the
Yeah, I think it
Byzantines.
was actually Yao. Like, I had taken like half of Yao's land, and they said that the entire Ottoman Empire was vital interest for them.
They were pretty angry, I must say.
Well,
But I don't know what.
dong.
But I don't know how the
Yes,
range
they got the
is.
dong. Alright.
But yeah,
I quit your whining zone. It's gonna decrease their trust by 20. Don't care though.
you know what? I'm just like not liking the estates. I mean, I could just completely skip out of the Kazakhs, but there's just small niche things that are not in the free update.
I've been playing so much CK2 recently. As soon as I was done with the war, I highlighted my armies and prepared to disband them.
Were they all levies or mercenaries?
Nah. But I'm so used to, like, CK2 now.
Well, you know, I could. You know, I just have this need. Well, I
No
don't.
alliance breaking with Lanzang. I totally won't just end it myself.
But yeah, you know, if there's one thing I can definitely just pretty much pluck out of the Kazakhs is pretty much either reform the estates or pull them out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, back then there was just like this. There was in the republics. I remember there was like this little, I don't know, powers system where basically you could just give a lot of influence to them, and they basically gave you some modifiers for some drawbacks, and they never complained about anything. It was basically the estates before the estates.
Yeah.
Like there was the guilds, the aristocrats, and I can't remember the third one.
Yeah, me neither.
I think it was the merchants. Yeah, it was the merchants.
Guild aristocrat. Wait, no, I think guilds was just like what they are, like
The guild-
aristocrat guild. Like,
The aristocrats were basically military. The merchants were obviously trade, and the guilds were basically economic development of the cities. Basically, they gave you a lot of stuff for manpower. If you're developing the nation at all.
Clergy, I'm gonna need some support. Don't worry, you can have some land.
At this state, I can't even give any land to these estates. It would just bankrupt my entire nation.
Yeah. So I gotta plan your nation.
I mean, I could probably get this local tax mark. Removes local tax mark. But then adds local tax modifier plus 10. Oh wait, no, if they're loading.
By the way, my first war is already done.
Cool.
Basically, I gave most of the new land. Oh crap! I just forgot. I gotta raise some autonomy. I gave most of the new land to the whatever they're called, the estates. That way, I don't have to deal with the new stuff as much. And I'm already making enough money to support it, so I'm fine. Just gotta. Yeah,
oh wait, no, this is national tax modifier.
Reduce overextension, yeah, sure. You know the thing that you're supposed to do anyway?
Nah.
Alright, let's start recording Haifeng.
So yeah, how's the road to the first new techs, or tech 4?
Yeah, I'm probably nowhere close because I developed and now I'm recording a bunch of lands.
Oh, I'm just like sitting around the 250
yeah, 10
to
more
300.
years till I get my next military tech.
3 years for me. Well, obviously for Western tech and scientific heritage.
Probably gonna have to westernize you off of you in the later game.
Yeah, and then you basically just. I mean, it would be a pretty interesting mechanic to send like monarch points across nations. Like, oh, here, have some monarch points.
Yeah.
That would be really. no.
There's actually an EU3.
Yeah, like if that was in EU3, like just implement that in the Kazakhs. Remove the estates. Just implement that in the Kazakhs. Just implement the monarch sharing. Okay, inflation or play it safe, man.
No.
I'm playing it safe.
I need more stuff.
Monarch point sharings. Please add that to the Kazakhs. New Kazakhs update, please. Please. Think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really weird. Nobody has talked about it.
Actually, a lot of people talk about it.
Well, I mean, big YouTubers, quote unquote, when I see their live streams. And they never whisper. It's like if a ghost was right behind them. When they thought of the idea, like
I think I've heard in a room, videos with Shen and Aruba, they've talked about it every once in a while. By the way, Victor, are you using any mods?
No, I shouldn't be.
I'm using, I think, it's the Better Borders mod and, better colors.
Oh, right.
It makes the oceans look better, and it makes the names and borders look a little better.
Yeah, when I do go single player, I just turn on the Revolutionary Borders mod.
Yeah, when I play in single player, I play with the Country Balls mod on.
Hey, stop murdering all those
I think
balls.
it's been 20 minutes.
I'll check. Oh yeah, 28 minutes.
Alright guys, well I guess we'll see you
next episode.
Oops, I accidentally pressed the stop recording button for a second. But yeah, I guess we'll see you next time on the next episode of Custom Nations. Bye-bye.
Yeah, where we talk about random stuff. Woo!
Alright.